Imagine a hidden world beneath our feet, a vast network of underground cities filled with history and shrouded in mystery. From secret tunnels built in the 19th century to Cold War-era bunkers designed to withstand nuclear attacks, America is home to many hidden places that few people know about. Why were these cities constructed? In this video, we'll explore the underground cities of the United States, uncover the reasons behind their creation, and take a look at how some of them are still in use today. Get ready to dive into a world rarely seen. Hidden beneath the streets of Nashville is a network of tunnels that carries with it a rich and mysterious history. These tunnels were first used during the American Civil War, serving as secret passageways for Confederate soldiers to move undetected by Union forces. In the early 20th century, the tunnels were used once again, this time during Prohibition, when the U.S. government banned the production, sale, and consumption of alcohol from 1920 to 1933. Despite the ban, underground businesses thrived. The Nashville tunnels became key smuggling routes and secret entrances to speakeasies, hidden bars only known to a select few. While most of the tunnels remain out of public view, their presence is no longer a mystery to the locals. Deep within the Rocky Mountains lies the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, one of the most secure underground military installations in America. Built in the 1960s, during the peak of the Cold War, the facility was designed to withstand a nuclear attack and continue operating under extreme conditions. Located nearly 600 meters inside the mountain, it's shielded by thick granite and 25-ton blast doors built to absorb the impact of nuclear shockwaves. Inside, 17 separate buildings sit on massive steel springs to reduce vibration. Originally the headquarters of NORAD, the complex tracked air and space threats. Today, it remains active as a backup command center used by various defense agencies. What once operated as a huge limestone quarry has now become one of the most unusual underground attractions in the country. Louisville's mega cavern spans over 40 hectares beneath the city and was once a major source of limestone used in construction. After mining operations ended, the vast space was repurposed. Its stability and protection from natural disasters made it perfect for secure storage, housing everything from critical documents to military supplies, and even transformed parts into a tourist destination. Beneath the busy streets of Sacramento lies a hidden world that once played a vital role in California's early history. The old Sacramento Underground is what remains of the original city, which was buried following massive floods in the mid-19th century. Today, it stands as one of the most fascinating historical tourism spots in the state. In the 1860s, Sacramento was hit by frequent and devastating floods that submerged entire streets and buildings. To solve the problem, the city took a drastic step. They raised the entire downtown area by about 3 to 4 meters above its original ground level. Instead of tearing the old city down, they simply built on top of it, leaving the original buildings buried beneath the new streets. Subtropolis is the world's largest underground business complex, located in Kansas City, Missouri. Built inside a massive limestone cave, the complex spans over 55 million square feet and is used for offices, warehouses, and manufacturing facilities. Thanks to its consistent year-round temperature, it's the perfect environment for all kinds of businesses. More than 1,600 people work inside it daily, making it one of the most active underground economic centers in America. First opened in 1964, Subtropolis offers a unique environment with a steady temperature of around 18 degrees Celsius all year long. That makes it an ideal place for storing temperature-sensitive items such as archived documents, films, and pharmaceutical products. Major companies, including Hallmark and Ford, use the facility as part of their logistics operations. Hidden beneath the luxury Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, lies a secret bunker built to protect members of the U.S. Congress in the event of a nuclear war. Constructed in the late 1950s during the Cold War, it was part of Project Greek Island, a classified government plan to shelter national leaders. The bunker was built directly under the historic resort, which dates back to the 18th century, allowing construction to proceed without drawing attention. Its existence remained secret for over 30 years until a journalist exposed it in 1992. Since then, it's no longer used by the government and now operates as a historical tourist attraction. Right beneath the heart of downtown Atlanta lies a hidden network of streets and historic buildings known as Underground Atlanta. This area was once a major trading hub during the 19th century, but today it is transformed into a tourist destination that holds many stories from Atlanta's past. The origins of Underground Atlanta date back to the 1860s, when the city was rapidly growing thanks to the booming railroad industry. As more rail lines and roadways were added, large sections of the city had to be elevated to avoid traffic congestion. As a result, the ground floors of many original buildings were buried, becoming part of Atlanta's underground world. Despite the many changes over the years, Underground Atlanta remains one of the most unique parts of the city. Today, there are major plans underway to revitalize the area and bring back its appeal as a cultural and tourism hub. The underground system in Washington, D.C. is one of the most heavily used yet least known tunnel networks in the United States. Many people outside of government circles are unaware that these tunnels even exist. It's a vast maze connecting government buildings and metro stations built to allow members of Congress and government staff to move quickly and safely between locations. Most of the system is not open to the public, and many of its details remain classified. Over time, conspiracy theories and rumors have surrounded the Washington, D.C. underground, including claims about secret bunkers meant to shelter the government in case of a major attack. What is certain, though, is that the network plays a critical role in covert operations, national security, and the continuity of the U.S. government. Beneath Alaska's frozen surface lies the Permafrost Tunnel Research Facility, one of the most unusual scientific sites in the world. This is not just an ordinary underground passage. It's a natural laboratory that preserves ice thousands of years old, offering crucial insights into Earth's climatic and environmental history. The tunnel was originally built by the United States Army Corps of Engineers in the 1960s to study permafrost, the layer of soil that stays frozen year-round. Over time, the facility expanded and is now used by scientists from around the globe to research various phenomena. Temperatures inside the tunnel remain steady at around -4 degrees Celsius, creating the perfect conditions to preserve ancient permafrost dating back to the last ice age. Notable discoveries include preserved woolly mammoth remains and ancient strains of bacteria that are still alive. Beneath the sidewalks of Seattle lies a hidden world that preserves traces of the city's past. The Seattle Underground is a network of roads, passageways, and underground buildings that were formed after the Great Fire of 1889 devastated the city. Today, it stands as one of the most fascinating historical tourist sites in the United States. In the late 19th century, Seattle was growing rapidly as a key port city on the West Coast. But on June 6, 1889, a massive fire destroyed around 25 city blocks, wiping out buildings that were mostly made of wood. Instead of rebuilding on the same level, city officials chose to raise the ground level by about 3 to 5 meters to help solve the frequent flooding issues. As a result, the original streets and buildings were buried beneath the newly raised city, creating a vast underground network. Some parts of the Seattle Underground can still be explored today. Beneath the busy streets of Los Angeles, there's a hidden tunnel network that once played a key role in the illegal alcohol trade during America's Prohibition-era, 1920 to 1933. During that time, producing, selling, and consuming alcoholic beverages was against the law, but the ban only fueled the rise of bootlegging operations in major cities like Los Angeles. The tunnels were originally built for other purposes, such as water lines and transport routes for mining workers. But once alcohol was outlawed, these underground passages were repurposed into secret routes for gangsters, illegal bars called speakeasies, and storage sites for smuggled liquor. Beneath downtown Chicago runs a system of tunnels, elevated walkways, and underground corridors known as the Chicago Pedway. This network was designed to link key buildings in the city's business district, allowing people to move around without facing harsh weather, especially during freezing winters or sweltering summer days. Built in the 1950s, the Chicago Pedway now connects over 64 city blocks with underground paths stretching more than 8 kilometers. Though not as well known as the subway system, the Pedway remains a vital part of daily life for thousands of city residents and workers. Under the small town of Havre, Montana, lies an underground world that witnessed the wild days of the American West. Known as Havre, beneath the streets, this network of tunnels and underground rooms once served as a hub for illegal activity, secret businesses, and hideouts for criminals during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. This underground city emerged after a major fire in 1904, destroyed much of downtown Havre. Instead of shutting down operations while new buildings were constructed above, many business owners moved their stores, bars, and services into the basements. Over time, the area also became a haven for illegal activities like gambling, alcohol smuggling, and even brothels. Hidden deep within the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Raven Rock Mountain Complex is one of the most secretive military bunkers in the United States. Often referred to as the Second Pentagon, this facility was designed to serve as a backup command center for the U.S. government in the event of a nuclear war or national emergency. Constructed during the Cold War in the early 1950s, this underground complex sits hundreds of meters inside the mountain and is protected by top-level security. Much like the Cheyenne Mountain Complex, Raven Rock is a fully self-sufficient structure built to shelter hundreds of top officials, including members of the Department of Defense and military personnel. New York City isn't just one of the most iconic cities in the world. It also has a massive underground realm filled with mystery. Known as the New York City subterranean world, it includes abandoned subway tunnels, hidden bunkers, secret basements, and passageways that most people never see. Since the 19th century, New York has expanded its underground systems at a rapid pace. While some areas are no longer in use, they still carry historical and mysterious significance. Much of the city's underground remains unmapped, and each year brings new discoveries revealing more hidden layers beneath the surface. The underground world in the United States holds stories of history, mystery, and crucial roles that often go untold. From military bunkers to buried cities, each location has its own unique tale of war, smuggling, disaster, and even future innovation. What do you think? Which one caught your attention the most? Or maybe you've heard of another hidden underground story that the world should know about.